Good morning, everybody. My name is Corey Griffith, and of Corey and Lisa Griffith. Some of you may not know me. You haven't seen me before, but you know my wife, and we are on a health journey together. Let me tell you, I am excited that you're here this morning. I'm glad that you've decided to join this challenge, and I want to encourage you, first and foremost, don't do this alone. Join with us. Chat with us in the chat on these videos as well as in the group that we have there. Make sure that you're sharing with your friends because what better way to show that you're a good friend to somebody than to want to share what you have? I will tell you, that's what Lisa and I are all about. We are about ministry, about reaching out and helping others as much as we possibly can. And this is one of the ways that we do it. So, this morning, day one of the 14-day habits reset. Now, I'm excited about this because I want to see a difference made in lives. We've had people join here that I am so excited for them to join because it's going to give them better life. It's going to give them more energy. It's going to help them to lose weight. Some of our friends in our different groups out there are saying we're releasing the weight. I don't care how you say it as long as it's gone. But the thing is we want you to lose or release that weight and not take it back. And I think that's the point behind releasing is that we're letting it go. We're not going to be picking it back up. So if you'll join us this morning, the very first thing I want to talk about is water. If you are not drinking enough water, you may not be able to lose the weight, to feel better, to do some of the things. And I'm going to read a passage from a book by Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, cardiologist who wrote a book about health, and he has influenced my wife and I, as well as a million or more other people out there, to help us to lose weight, to release it, to let it go, and to never pick it back up again. Some of you are going to hear this, and it's going to be super early in the morning. Save it, watch it again later, and then come back and comment. If you are planning to drink plenty of water, and I'm going to tell you how much here in just a moment, then I want you to put a one in the chat. And I'm hoping I have more than just one or two. If you're listening to this, simply just reach up, put that one in the chat, press enter. And that way we'll know that we're engaging with you guys and that we're able to help you because that is really our goal. We want to feel better. To that end, let me tell you a quick story before we talk about water consumption and why it's so important. My wife and I take our kids normally once a year to a little amusement park outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And we went about a year and a few months ago to the park before we started this journey. My wife had already started on it. She was already starting to do well, but I was just not doing well. And it was really the catalyst for what pushed me to decide I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired and I want to get better. We went to this theme park, and the thing that I remember, the biggest impact on me was my daughter, my youngest daughter, she was 11 at the time, she's 12 now, wanted to go and ride a roller coaster. I went to sit down in the roller coaster and I could not buckle the seatbelt. You know what that means when you can't buckle the seatbelt, right? You can't ride the ride. I was so ashamed. I was so embarrassed. I got up from there. I walked out with my daughter. I said, "You're welcome to stay and ride it." She goes, "No, Daddy, I don't want to ride it without you." Okay, fair enough. This past January, I decided I've had enough. I tried a couple of other weight loss programs. Some of you've known the numbers and the names out there. I'm not going to give those away. That doesn't really matter. All I'm saying is that those programs didn't work for me. Why? Because they were so in depth on trying to trace so many things, and then you had to buy their meals and other things. Well, I ended up on a program where I have bought their meals and their program, and it works. And we're going to talk about this as we go through. If you have questions about it, Lisa and I are health coaches for Optavia. And so, with that, she has lost nearly 75 pounds and I have lost well over 50 pounds. I am down from almost 250 pounds down to 192 pounds. I never thought that I would be to this point. I am down to some of the lowest weight that I had the entire time I was in the military, and I feel I have more energy. I'm awake during the day. I feel great, but it all comes down to, and we're going to start talking about it today, is water consumption and what we eat. Just to make the long story that I've made long short, we went back to that same theme park this year. I had started at the end of May working on watching what I eat, drinking plenty of water. I sat down in that same roller coaster. I was able to buckle the buckle, and I had 8 or 10 inches left over for the strap. And my daughter and I got to ride the roller coaster. That's a good feeling, being able to do things with your kids that they want you to do. Now, not only that, but my wife and I the year before had been worn out within about an hour, hour and a half of getting there, and neither one of us wanted to keep going. This year, my grandkids were there, 3 of my grandkids, my son and his wife were there. We wore them out. They left the theme park before we did, and we're telling the kids, "What, you don't wanna ride another ride yet? We're still ready to go." That is what this 14-day reset is all about. It's about changing your habits, taking micro steps, one thing at a time. This morning, as you're listening to me, our focus is water. You say, okay, water, that's important. One step at a time, just think water today. Optavia, Dr. Anderson recommends 64 ounces per day. That is 8 ounce glasses per day. And when you look at 8 ounces, it's not really that much. It seems like a lot when you're trying to drink it, but 64 ounces. And let me tell you why. Water plays a big role in supporting your health, particularly during your weight loss, because it is the means that removes toxins and other waste products from your cells. And if you're not drinking enough water, those waste products are not leaving your cells. And if they're not leaving your cells, you're not losing weight. So there's a whole bunch of different things in here. It's essential to your kidneys' ability to filter your blood and to be able to make you able to survive without all the toxins in your bloodstream. It is also important that you drink that water so that all of your bodily functions work. Did you know that we're made up of between 50 and 60%? Some people say even more than that, water, but the majority of your body, over half of it, is made up of water. And without replenishing that, the body doesn't have a natural way to do that. The only way you can do it is by drinking. So, number one, it's calorie free. Hey, right? You can drink water and not feel guilty. Okay. Now, I'm not saying go out there and drink 150 ounces, because you can drink too much and you can dilute your bloodstream and it can make you sick and it can even kill you in the worst part. But 64 ounces won't kill you. It keeps you from overheating. You ever worked outside and you started to sweat, and before you know it, you're just exhausted because all of the water in your body has run out through your sweat. You got to drink so that your body can cool itself. That's an important thing. It facilitates the removal of toxins like pesticides and preservatives from your cells, the things that keep your cells from working like they're supposed to. That extra water, having enough water in your system, flushes that out. It prevents dehydration so that you don't get exhausted as easily, so that you can eliminate excess salt from your body. Folks, I like salt too. And I have to drink plenty of water, because if I don't remove the salt from my body and it builds up and it causes other problems. So it minimizes or eliminates fatigue. Did you know that you can be so tired that you don't want to get up and move simply because you're not drinking enough water? Water is vitally important. Again, makes up majority of your body, and without it, you can't function. It speeds up metabolism. How many of you want to speed up your metabolism? Hey, I know I do. I really want to speed up my metabolism, because why? Because that's what's burning my fat. That's what causes me to lose the weight, my metabolism speeding up, along with a couple of other things. So, a recent study showed that drinking 2 8-ounce glasses of cold water increased metabolic rate by 30% for up to 90 minutes. Two glasses, that's 16 ounces, speeds up your metabolism by 30% for over 90 minutes. And I'm asking you to drink more than that. I'm asking you to drink 64 ounces. That's 8 ounce glasses per day. So, vitally important as we go through a couple more things here. It helps your liver convert fat to energy. Did you hear that? It helps your liver convert fat to energy. If you don't have enough water, your liver's not going to help burn that and you're not going to lose the weight. It's vitally important. So, last thing, it compensates for the loss of glycogen stores as you lose weight. As you're losing weight, you've got a lot of glycogen stored in your liver, which is a sugar type fuel that your body uses to burn so that you can function. That water helps make up for that difference, and you need it. You need the water. I need the water. So as I'm talking to you and I'm telling you, you got to do this, I'm doing it myself. Lisa is practicing this. I promise you, she is the one that's backfilling a lot of the information on the site. So she'll be posting stuff. I am going to get her in here. She's going to talk with us, and we're all going to get together and be happy with this. Lisa, in case you don't know, and she'll probably hate me sharing this, is painfully shy unless she knows you really well. So we'll get her on video, though. She's going to be here with us and she's going to share. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome to day one of the 14-day Habits of Health reset. I'm looking forward to the end of this 2 weeks with you. And I will tell you how much I've lost at the end of this. I'm at 192 pounds now. At the end of 2 weeks, I'll let you know where I'm at. If you are looking forward to losing weight, put a 2 in the chat. So I should have a bunch of 1s because you're listening, you're going to drink that water. And I should have a bunch of 2s because you're looking forward to losing some weight, releasing that weight, if you prefer to call it that, along the way. I wish you guys a happy, wonderful, healthy day, and we'll talk to you later.